Yo, welcome to another episode of Pompano Blueprint Podcast. It's your boy Go Getter.
And it's your boy Foster Balls.
Today we got a special guest. All right. So, we're going to let her, just
Introduce herself.
Right.
Let them know what you got going on.
Okay. My name is B, Miss B. I own a nationwide bail bonds company. I have a supplement line. I teach a bail bonds course. I change people's lives. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay, that's a whole lot. Okay, so you said something about bail bonds.
Mm-hmm.
So how long have you been
At bail bonds?
Yeah.
I started probably in 2018, and I got into bail bonds because I had a boyfriend that kept going to jail. I actually I was a stripper my whole life, for the last 15 years before that.
Okay.
And before now, and then I had a boyfriend that kept going to jail, who ended up being my husband, and he had a $500,000 bond, and so I had to bond him out, and I got cool with the bonds lady, and the bonds lady, she used to take payments from me, and I used to refer bonds to her, so I was like, damn, this is really a good business, and she was like, man, B, you should get your license, because I used to refer so many bonds to her. And I was like, oh, I'm good. I'm in a strip club. I make money every day. It's it was still that type of vibration, that type of energy. And then, I don't know, one day COVID hit, the strip club shut down, no more strip club, no more nothing. And guess what? The only thing that was still popping was people still gonna go to jail. There's a few businesses that survive those type of things. Mm-hmm. And one of them is bail bonds. And I decided to get my license during COVID. So that's about 5 years ago.
Okay.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard you say something about you got courses.
I have a course. Yeah.
Was that for somebody that wants to become one?
Right. Yeah, because I feel like bonds changed my life, and I was like, damn, how can I, pay that forward? Because I'm a very spiritual person, and I believe in everything you receive, you need to help. I help people every day. Right. People call me from jail. It's not just about money. I help people every day. I do things that are not for money every day. Mm-hmm. I'm the only phone call that they can get. But yeah, no, the course, people would always ask me, how, B, how'd you do it? How did you do it? And then when I went to the BET Awards and I had to do this whole speech, and I did this whole speech, and then at the end I was like, well, if I can do it, you can do it. And everybody started getting up, and I was like, damn, these people really need, there's a lot of people that could do this like me. So it took me, I started about 2 years ago, I started developing, but it's hard. Mm-hmm. Because, even though I went to college and I did a bunch of different things, it's hard to put yourself in the role of a teacher, Right. So, I don't know, since 2025, I said I'm gonna do it. I put a course together. And yeah, and I'm actually one of the course providers. I offer personal mentorship, and I don't make it unattainable for people. I make it affordable, and I offer people an apprenticeship under me, because you have to be a bondsman under a company for 2 years. So nobody wants to give these. Bondsmen are very, very shady. They don't want anybody. They don't want any new bondsmen except for me. So I put them under me, and they work directly with me.
Okay, how long is the course?
The course is 8 modules. It's about 8 weeks. You study. You can get your actual license in 2 months, less than 2 months. Then you have to take your state test. Once you take your state test, you come work under me. I get you appointed by an insurance company, because usually people think that's what they told me. So when I started, the person that gave me, back then I had to do an internship. I wasn't allowed to make no money. And the person that gave me my internship, he was like, oh, you can't get no contract. You got to have $200,000 in the bank and perfect credit, and who has that? I didn't have that coming out the club, right? Mm-hmm. So I didn't believe him, and then one day, I already have my own company. I have my own company. I was approved by the state. One day I get a bond, big bond, $80,000. He didn't answer me, and I was like, damn, man, I don't want to lose this bond. So I called the lady that originally wrote that bond for my husband for me, mm-hmm. and she said, B, what's up? I said, man, I want to sell this bond to you. She said, but why are you selling me a bond? She says, why don't you write it under your own company? I said, oh, I don't have a contract because, I don't have enough time. And she's like, that's, all right. She wrote the bond, and she called me back. She said, B, that's bullshit. Within a week, I had a contract. So, like I said, that this industry is very gate kept. by other bondsmen because they hand it down to their kids. Like they're very, very secretive about that stuff. You know?
So I have a question. Like, you know, there's a lot of people out here like that ain't never been in trouble before. Can you explain what part do a bail bondsman play with somebody going to jail?
Yeah, so say you go to jail, and you don't have to be, people think, you know, jail, big trouble, you know, it has to be drugs or this, that's not true. Jail could be, you know, you and your spouse get into a verbal altercation and the cops come and say, oh, I'm taking everybody to jail. Battery, you know, nobody hit nobody though, but it's battery. So now you're charged, right? And now you have to fight that charge. Regard what they say, you have to fight, even if you didn't do anything. So now you call the bondsman, you have to post the bond. Say the bond is $5,000. You have to pay $500 to get out. But the bondsman also helps you through that process, you know? So we, you know, if you qualify, you pay 10%, and I mean, you help the family, like through, because a lot of people don't know what's going on. They don't even know who to call. They're like, I've never done this before. So we explain like the process to them, like how courts work, how, you know, how arraignment works. So what is arraignment? Like what happens in arraignment? Arraignment is like a roll call. Right? Nothing happens in arraignment.
Oh, for
you
sure.
know, the judge basically just says, is the state here? Do you have a lawyer? Like it basically just, are there charges? That's it. So people don't even know those type of things. So we help out a lot. Like we're like the mediator, pretty much, and make people feel comfortable and let them know it's not the end of the world. You didn't kill nobody. You'll be all right.
Okay. So what's this saying that they say like, something about if you don't pay the bondsman what you owe them, they coming after you?
Well,
because I had a situation like that happen. Like back in the day, like I got into some shit and you know I was supposed to pay. I forgot to pay the bondsman something small.
Yeah.
And he showed up to where I was working at. And I'm like, what the hell is this man doing over here? He's like, yeah, I'm here for my money.
Did you report every week? Did you call him?
I think I called him
All right,
one time.
So the way it works is like if someone does give you payments and you qualify, you know, you should always pay your bondsman. If you can't pay your bondsman is your best friend in the situation. If you keep in contact and you're like, hey B, I have people all the time. If I show you my payment list, the money I have outstanding, and people are like, B, you know, I just had a baby. Like I help everybody out. But if you don't, then bondsman can really find any reason. A bondsman can find any reason to get off the bond. Okay. And then they can come and they're going to harass you at your job, or they're going to arrest you and put you in handcuffs and take you back. But really, monetary is really like the least of the reasons that they can take you to jail.
Somewhat like a cop. Like not a cop, but like a probation officer or something.
Not like a probation officer, but we are responsible for you to show up to court. So when somebody calls me with a bond and they start pleading their case, and I'm like, hey, I don't judge. I don't care about what happened. I just look at what are the charges? Does this person have any priors? When's the last time they went to prison? Because if they went to prison less than 10 years ago, those prison points, they're gonna count, right? If it's 10 years or more, then those prison points don't count. So they're more likely, if they know they're gonna go back to prison, then they're more likely not to show up for court. I'm only here to make a risk assessment. Okay. I'm not here to judge nobody's life. You know, you got in a fight, hey, it happens.
Okay. Two other things I kind of wanted to touch. The supplements. What kind of supplements is it?
Well, I decided to start a supplement line because I'm always taking supplements. And I was like, damn, you know, I take all this stuff. So that took me a while to develop. I have an energy gummy, which is COQ10, goji berry, L-carnitine, and vitamin B, which is like, it's almost like a pick-me-up, like, you know, like a cup of coffee, but it's like natural. And then I have NAD. I don't know if have you guys ever heard about NAD?
No,
Oh, okay. I'm gonna give you some supplements. I got some downstairs.
All right.
It's NAD is the fountain of youth. If you watch, like, if you put NAD, like for instance in TikTok or whatever, it'll tell you like NAD regenerates your cells from the inside out. So all your broken cells get regenerated, and they kind of like reverse aging. There's people that have lowered their scientific age. So basically, like they're like 50, but their scientific age is like 35 because of severe NAD treatment. It like repairs everything. Everything that's, you know, broken in your body, it repairs and it reverses it.
So if you don't want to look old, you take that?
You look too, yeah. Of course, the girls, we don't want to look old, but we don't want to feel too. It gives you like good energy. Like you really feel the difference. When people take my supplement, And they're like, B, I really feel the difference. Like once it's in your system, they feel the difference. And then I have some detox teas, you know, because all of us influencers have detox teas. So, just kidding. No. Detox teas because they're good. You know, they're good for you. It's good to detox your whole body and your liver and everything, and then start taking other supplements because those things work. Like if you drink a lot and you eat a lot, you know, have bad habits, if you detox first, then things work a lot better.
Yeah, for sure. It's all good. It's better out.
Yeah, right. Right, and you lose some little weight.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The other thing I heard you said that you dance for the most part of your life, right?
Yep.
So, like, could you give, well, obviously, you know, we in Miami, so we know a lot about dancers and stuff like that. So,
well,
like,
I danced before it was cool to dance, but go ahead.
yeah, so, like, I mean, maybe people don't really know too much about that lifestyle, only the outside looking in,
Right.
like, they see money throwing up, they see people shaking ass and shit like that.
Yeah.
So, could you give, like, just a little bit from your experience, what it was like, you know, dancing in the
Well,
club?
for me, it was always about money because I come from a political family. My dad was a mayor for a county, a well-known businessman, and I didn't really like when I was younger. I didn't want to, you know, walk their little whatever the little things was they were doing. Like I left, and then but I knew I came from a good family. I grew up with money, so I was like, you know, now you know I got to make money some way. And I was in college, and I was like, well, I'm pretty, so let me go to the strip club, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But then I danced for a while. The way it is in the strip club, imagine, to me, the strip club, I always tell people, it's like, imagine being in a jail cell, and you're in jail, and you got 100, can I curse on here?
Yeah.
Oh, you have 100 motherfuckers.
Yeah, for sure.
You have 100 motherfuckers that want the same shit that you want, right? That's exactly what the strip club is like. Yeah. Ain't nobody your friend. Everybody wants the same shit. They want your commissary. They want my trick. They want, you understand? Like it's just the way it is. And then I ended up being a strip club for a while, and then I got the opportunity. I own my own club. I owned my own club for like 6 years.
Oh, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you own the club right now?
I own the club. No, I
own.
own.
You own the club. Okay.
A club. And that was a really hard business because, you know, like once again, I'm always in a man's world. Like Bell Bonds is a man's world too. Strip club is a man's world. So yeah, you know, I had to kind of like toughen up and, you know, be able to maneuver in there. But yeah, the club, I mean, it could be tough, but it's also like once you get used to it and you take it as a business, because like a lot of people don't. If you go to the club and you go there and you know make your money and you're here partying, because when I first started, that's what it was. Oh great, I can go to college and then I can go to the club and I could go and be cute and make money. Ooh, and I can meet some guys too. You know what I'm saying? Like it was kind of like, oh yeah, and I'm outside, right?
Yeah.
Once if you make it a business, it's different. And I treated it like a business. That's why I was able to buy my own club, because I used to I had a schedule. I worked 5 days a week. If on the 5th day I didn't make what I needed to make, I worked 6 and 7. You understand? I had a set time I came in and a set time I left. And I saved my money and I did what I had to do. In the beginning, I used to drink. I used to do all that, everything everybody does, you know. I don't knock nobody because that's how everybody starts. But in the end, no, I used to work sober. It was a business. And a lot of my friends that are a little bit older, like me, they did the same thing I did. And they invested in property. So you can make something out of what you're doing. Just not a negative thing at all. As long as you're making money, I feel like you could do anything. You know, just don't be broke. You know, don't do nothing.
Yeah.
What's the most money you made in one night?
40,000.
Woo!
Yeah.
I
got home
girls. Business,
I ain't gonna
like,
say no names. I ain't gotta say no names, but I got homegirls now that on their birthday, they throw them 100,000. You know, it's the new era.
Yeah.
And I think that I love that for them. I love that. And I go, like last night I was booked in a strip club, and I love that. I still go, I support. And I'm gonna tell y'all one thing, I'm not ashamed of what I did and that I danced. And if, you know, I hope I always do well, but if I ever have to go back in the strip club and they don't let me, I have no problem going back there. I'm not embarrassed of that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay. Yeah, that's like hustling. Like if you're a hustler, you feel like you could just
make money anywhere. I'm a hustler, so if I had to sell tomatoes tomorrow, I would be the best tomato seller. I would make it work. You buy a tomato, everybody gonna buy a damn tomato.
I mean, with the internet world, it's different, right? It's all about status now. So.
Yeah. Well, but yeah.
Well, my question to you is, what was a breakthrough like for you, like for a client to make you get to that status that you is now as a bondsman, like
What was my breakthrough?
like celebrity, like a celebrity status. Like what was the client that got you like to that status?
So really what got me to my status as a celebrity client, I would say he wasn't directly my client, but people in his camp were, is Boosie. Okay. I knew Boosie. I worked for Boosie before. Like I did things for him during COVID, like when he did his OnlyFans, like we brought me and a friend of mine who really knew him. Like she brought me out there and we brought the girls out there and we did like, what everybody does. Bring girls, make your money like that. And then I ended up really becoming like cool with him and people, and I was already a bondsman. So they already knew I was a bondsman. I was still in the club and I was a bondsman. Okay? Oh, yeah. I was still in the club and I got my license, because I couldn't just quit. You can't build a client pipeline, where your phone rings like mine does now. And you can't. Like you have to promote yourself. It's just like anything else. Like you have to promote yourself, anybody,
Sure.
So yeah, it was Boosie. When Boosie came to Miami, I saw him in the club and he said, Mama B, what's up? And I said, man, what's up? I said, listen, I would love for you to do, I used to do a lot of celebrity drops. And he did that drop for me. And that drop went viral. And that's when a lot of other celebrities started coming to me and I wanted them out and so yeah, but definitely like the turning point, like celebrity turning point, I feel like it was Boosie.
Okay, and like, what's the difference between your work compared to like a normal like bondsman that just ain't got no name out here? Like, what's the difference?
It's really hard. I know, like in my course, like when I do my webinar, I do my webinar every Thursday, and the first thing I ask is like, who's done this before and didn't get anywhere, and it's like and then who is a bondsman that actually has their license, but they can't market themselves, they don't know how. It's a lot. It's a lot because we have a lot of things that the Department of Financial Services, they don't allow us to do a lot of things, so you have to know what to do. That's what I teach. Like I invested so much time and money in getting around things and making things work for me, so I pass them on to other people. Okay. Because also now, so there's the bondsman, there's the surety, and then the insurance company. I'm a bondsman and I own a surety, right? And the insurance company gives me the powers, which are quote unquote like checks to write, correct? All right? So the insurance company actually gave me a contract or is using me and my platform to find other bonds companies to put under them. So that's another venture that I have. Like I'm really gonna be there. I'm gonna be their main rep. Okay. Because they're gonna be, Palmetto is gonna be the biggest insurance company in the United States by 2027. We're gonna be in all states.
Yeah. Big talk, I love that. Not for sure, for sure.
Yeah, I'm always doing the next thing.
You got to.
My daughter says I have ADHD.
I think most successful people got that, right?
Mama, take some Adderall. I said, girl, no Adderall for me, nothing like that.
So are you bonding people out just in the 50 states, or is it like a worldwide thing?
No. Bonds are only in the United States. Other countries don't have that.
Oh yeah? I never knew
I'm from Europe. Like other countries, no, they don't have bonds like that. They don't have.
Oh, you're from
It doesn't
Europe?
work like, yeah, I'm from Germany, originally.
Oh, so how long have you been in the U.S.?
Since I was 18, so since I went to college, so a few years.
So you can speak like
German and Spanish and all of that, yeah.
Oh shoot, that's what's up.
That's different.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Also, you said your dad was a mayor of what county?
Monroe County. This the Keys, like from Florida City on down. So he was the mayor there for quite some years for the whole county.
So do you see yourself following those footsteps at any point, or you just?
That's a good question, because they just asked me, like, the bail bonds has, like, we lobby as well. Insurance companies lobby, like we lobby for like for things to be overturned, like bail states. You know how President Trump just said he's going to end the cashless bail? Did you guys hear about that? No. Cashless bail. Cashless bail is pre-trial.
Oh, okay.
So pre-trial is when you get out of jail and they just let you get out, or they put an ankle monitor on you. You have to sit in your house or whatever. He wants to end that because those pre-trial people that, it's good in some ways, but in some ways it's not, because in some states people get out, right? Say if somebody drives drunk, they get out. They drive drunk again, they get out. They're gonna keep driving drunk. And it don't affect you, it don't affect me, it don't affect nobody until someone hits one of my family members, and God forbid something bad happens. So it kind of like, and they do that because they don't believe in bail. But if someone's under a bail bondsman then the person has to check in. We make sure they go to court. We make sure, like, you know. So sometimes when you're under a certain supervision, you tend to act right, you know? Some people got to act right.
No, for sure, for sure.
I totally agree with that.
I mean, what was it? You ain't got to say no names if you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? But what celebrity gave you the most problems for your service?
Most what?
Like problems, like dealing with them, like it was like a problem, a headache. You ain't got to say no names.
I can't.
Or like, well, what was the situation?
There's a celebrity, and they asked me to bond out a family member, and the family member didn't show up to court, and you know, they kind of like, I had to go chase them around, and you know.
You chased the celebrity, or you chased the
No,
family?
I mean,
the family
kind
member.
of both of them, you know,
Right.
like the indemnitor is the celebrity, like was the celebrity, and they're, you know, they're they're responsible. So if you sign for him and he don't go to court, I'm coming right here. While you have a podcast, I'm walking up in here with my crew and I'm saying, hey, and you're gonna be like, oh shit, B, please don't come here. You're embarrassing me in front of my people in a sense. So that's what I should be doing. But because the celebrity is kind of like somebody I kind of deal with, and the bomb was kind of small, I'm still kind of waiting for them to resolve it. You know, they probably will. You know, I'm giving people, well, it hasn't been that long.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
But, you know, I'm just hoping that, you know, they will. They've just been busy.
Okay. So, at this point, and like, from everything you've been through, the strip club, with your dad, and you know, all the supplements and everything, do you have any regrets on, like, just from your lifetime span, like you live in, like, what could you say that you kind of regretted, that you kind of wish didn't happen, that you
Didn't happen. I wish that I didn't waste so much time on things that didn't matter. I wish that I would have focused more on me, because I learned that, you know, if you focus on you first and you're selfish, you know, because I was a really giving person my whole life. And I used to always put this one and fix everybody's life. And, oh, you can live here. Oh, yeah, you know, I'm always stable. Even in unstableness, I'm stable. You know, I was always there for everybody. And I feel like that kind of took away. I could have been successful a long time ago if I would have just did what I was supposed to do. And it's like if I would have just listened to the signs. It's like you ask God for signs. God, give me a sign, and God says, boom. You keep doing it. God, give me another sign. Boom. God keep giving you signs. Well, then one day God gave me a sign, and God took my Benz through a wall at 125 an hour, and I was in a ICU, and I lost everything. Car, crib, everything. I had to move into, you know, one room with a bathroom, humble myself, go back to, I was like, yeah, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't keep asking for a sign and ignoring the signs. You know, one day it's just going to be, you're gonna walk, you know, crash through a wall. So that's what I feel like. I feel like I wish I would have been more selfish and not wasted so much time. All that partying don't matter, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Listen, I've just been locked in the Keys, in Key West, and there's nothing down there. I've been locked in, working on my, you know, every day on my course, on my supplements, on everything, on the phone all day. And I just came up here for a booking, and I promise you, it's like I never left. It's the same people, everybody's still there, it's the same dances, and it's cool, and I love it, but I used to do that shit every weekend and waste so much money and keeping up with people. You don't gotta keep up with nobody. Yeah. Honestly, it don't matter. The chain don't matter. You know what, real rich people that I'm around are like real rich people, they don't even wear none of this.
Yeah, for sure.
They don't look like money. You just know they have it. So it's like, once you cross that point, that whatever that threshold is, and you cross that, and you see it, you're like, damn, why I bought that chain? Why I bought this stupid ass watch? Now I can't even sell it. Like, nobody want to give me money for this shit. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's like, you know.
So you feel like you're living in the best moments of your life right now?
No, I think I could always do better.
No, for sure. I feel like there's always room for better.
I'm living in a good moment because I'm like, I've learned to just focus on me, like, and to focus on you. I'm telling you, like, sometimes you gotta, like, if like, relationships sometimes could be the worst thing for you, right? They could completely deter you, and even if they don't completely deter you, they're like, you know, wasted emotions, and even worrying about another thing or whatever. So if you stay completely like focused on yourself and loneliness, being alone, not gonna say because I don't feel lonely, being alone, I feel like I'm so strong right now. Nobody could leave me. Nobody could try me, I don't care. Nobody could do anything to me that's gonna make me feel like I need them. Because I have learned to eat by myself, to sleep by myself, to work by myself, everything by myself. I didn't even used to drive myself. I used to think, oh God, I need someone to drive me. I hate traffic. Like you become independent, do that shit for like 90 days or 6 months and you'll see how you'll elevate.
Are you single now?
Yes.
How long have you been single?
I've been single, single probably for a year. Before that, I was in a 5-year relationship.
A year?
1 year.
Okay.
It's going up on a year.
Okay. Can you see yourself getting married again? Because I know you said that.
I've been married a few times. No, I don't. I've been married, like married. I've been married 3 times in my life. Mm-hmm. So it's not, sometimes that doesn't matter. I could see myself being with somebody that's on the same wavelength as me. But I'm not looking. So when people, I don't look for anything. I feel like when it's time, it's just gonna happen. I'm gonna be at the gas station pumping my gas, and I'm gonna meet my soulmate.
What was it like? My bad. I don't mean to
Go ahead.
but what was your longest
relationship?
Marriage.
12 years.
Oh, yeah. That's a long time.
Yeah, that was my longest.
I don't know. I feel like when you get married a few times, it just proves that you kind of So you said
I wasn't
times, right?
ready, and I was picking the wrong people. Like it wasn't their fault. I knew what they were. It was me. It's me, because when you feel like you have to fit in the norm and be in a relationship and be married, or because you're having a kid or whatever, people feel like they got to do things for. It's never gonna work out.
But they chose you.
I mean, I chose them too. I just feel like my picker at that point was broken. Like I kept picking people that I outgrew. So
So in those situations, you wanted them to marry you, or they just chose like, I want you to be my wife?
I mean, yeah, they asked me to marry them, but I wanted to be married too, because I thought, that's what you do. You want to have a wedding and you want to have a big party and a nice big ring, and you want to be with that guy that's famous or whoever I was with. You want to be with that. You want that status. You feel like you got to get that status with another person. Until I learned that I can get that status on my own, So I feel like you can do it on your own. Get your own status, and then everything will fall. You'll know exactly what you want.
So if I told you I want to get married, what would you say?
I would say to make sure, think about it and make sure that it's really like something that it's for the right reasons, right. And I'm not talking about, oh, she's cute and I like her and she's fine and I like, whatever, sex is good, da, da, da. That is the least thing. That's the shit that falls off, okay? That's the shit that falls off.
Right.
You need to look at a person and be like, the things that I don't like about them, can I wake up to this person every day? Like, be with this person. Can I relationships and friendships are not about what you like. It's about what you can deal with, what you don't like. So yeah.
I totally
But
agree with that.
by all means, get married. I would never tell you not to.
Oh yeah, no, I just use that as an example.
Hey, it's okay to ask advice. Hey, but
no, I really asked that because
before we move on to the next question, I was gonna ask, like, do you think this it's the same outlook on marriage right now, like it was back in the days, maybe like 15, 20 years ago?
Absolutely not.
So you think that it's different?
It's different now. I feel like people don't really get married as much anymore. Back then, it was really, I felt like everybody was getting married. Everybody wanted the picket fence and the kids and everybody wanted that. I feel like now it's kind of like, I don't think people are so set on, like they have to get married by a certain age and all of that,
I think some people still kind of like go for it because they still want to be that one that's like.
I think people get divorced faster.
Right.
Yeah. It's not lasting.
Yeah. Because that's another thing. Like, if you get married, you got to be ready to stick some shit out. You feel me? Like, you got to stick it out. Like, people think cheating is the worst thing in the world. Yeah, it sucks if someone cheats on you, but let me tell you something. There's worse shit that somebody can do to you than cheat.
Like what?
Worse. Mentally abuse you, make you feel, be on drugs and wreck your life, make you lose everything, just, you know, being toxic, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Being toxic, you know, making you dependent of them and their financial situation to where you feel like a prisoner. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
So usually, like, if a man cheats on you, I mean, from a woman's point of view, like, and and you're the wife, and they, like, men, you know, they act on impulse, you know what I'm saying? It's probably
Sure.
something you could get over. I'm just saying, not saying that you should, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's worse things somebody can do to you. They could steal from you.
Okay, so I know this is kind of might be off subject, but I always ask this question whenever we run into somebody or whenever we just like do a podcast. I would just ask. So, do you think baby mamas are forever, or do you think wives are forever?
I don't think anything is forever.
I mean, like,
No, I
If-
just
if
don't.
you had
Like,
to-
if I had to choice,
yeah,
choose,
yeah,
I feel like a baby mama is probably going to be something that ties you to a person, baby daddy, baby mama, like, because you have to. If you're co-parent your kid, so I mean, 18 years could seem like forever. I'm at 15. I'm waiting for the last 3 years to be over.
to stop communicating.
Nah, you know what I mean. You know, like, stop, yeah, man. Sometimes it'd be like, you know, it'd be tough always to have to, you know, coordinate and stuff with another person. I'm ready for, you know, I'm just saying, 18 years is like an eternity.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, people buy houses together, and a mortgage is 30 years, but they don't get married. And they don't understand that, shit, you just got married. 30 years, that's a whole
sure.
eternity,
We both
you
see
know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. 30 years for a house is crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that y'all should probably like try to like pay it off as quick as y'all can, so y'all could, you know, figure it out.
Right.
Also, another question that I had is, okay, also, here, you know, we usually be like, you know, we ask like, cause we be like, damn, me and him always be like, damn, you put that shit on today type shit. So like, you know, if you could or if you want to, you know what I'm saying, let them know what you put together, you know, for this podcast.
Damn, I would have dressed a little bit better. No, it's a Gucci tracksuit. Just some Nikes and a raunchy purse somewhere thrown over there. And that's it. And just
Yeah, you saying it like it's nothing.
some Van Cleef.
You rocking it,
Yeah,
yo.
you know, it's all right.
Okay. So how long I know you said you're from the Keys. How long you gonna be in Miami for?
No. I'm from, yes. I'm from the Keys. Like, that's where I have a residence and an office. That's where my business started. I have 2 offices in Miami. I have 1 in Fort Lauderdale. I have West Palm. I have
That's like
Clearwater.
Belmonts?
Yeah, Belmonts. And I have a condo in Dania Beach. So I'm always up here.
Ah, okay.
On the week that I don't have to coordinate with the baby daddy, you feel me?
Ah,
When
that's why
it's
you
his
said
week,
that.
yeah. When it's his week, I could, you know.
Okay.
Yep.
Boss, you got any more?
Oh yeah, I mean, in this new generation that we in right now, who do you think cheat more, men or women?
I have no clue.
Like from you, like just looking, like take yourself out of the
I mean,
equation.
of course, all my homegirls gonna be like, "Oh, men cheat more."
Yeah, from your
but
perspective.
Then I know dudes that, you know, they say chicks cheat more. So I don't know. Me generally, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say.
Yeah, it's hard
I
to
feel
say.
like everybody cheating.
Yeah,
You know, I feel
they
like,
got crazy, right?
yeah, I feel like everybody's doing whatever.
Yeah.
So that's why it's very important. If you're not down with that, either you got to be down with it, and everybody in an open relationship, and you do your thing, or like make shit clear from the get go. Like that's the only thing I don't like. Like, don't get into it with somebody, and then pretend to be like so loyal, and then you're not, right? Because then it's deeper than that. It's not just about the act of cheating. It's like now you just it's like the whole deceit. Keep it real. Be like, listen, you know, I like you and I want to be with you and I want to live with you and I want to have kids with you. But, you know, occasionally I like to be with other bitches. So are you cool with that? Or should we just, because what's the purpose?
Yeah.
Do you feel like if you were direct like that, people would actually be like, okay, I want to do that with you?
I don't know if other people, but I know me, if somebody told me that, I would be able to make a decision. I'm a person, I like to be, like, let me know what's up so I can make a decision. It's not a problem. But what people don't do that because they want to manipulate and they don't want to tell you what it is because they're afraid of the response and they don't want to miss out. Like, they don't want to lose out. They're going to be like, oh yeah, they, you know. Because if I,
Have you cheated before?
I have. Yeah, I've cheated before. Of course, I think everybody's cheated before. But I'm not a cheater. I'm not a big cheater. I just,
So like when you did it, did you felt like it was like?
It was a long time ago, but yeah. I felt, it was, I just didn't like the way it felt because I feel like this. When you cheat, like in spite of because somebody did something to you, and you do it back, like your get back, like your inner get back, you know. I don't give a fuck what you say. Even if me and you together, and I go cheat on you, and you never find out, our relationship just changed because I know. Like, I know I did that to you. And now my dynamic, my energy, my shit's gonna change. Now I'm gonna be like, oh, well, hey, let me see your phone. You're gonna be like, damn, B, why you wanna see my phone? You can ask me to see my phone in 5 years. It's because I just cheated. Now when you leave for 2 hours somewhere and you like, I'm at the gym, I'll be like, checking your location. So shit changes. You just changed the sacredness and the dynamic of your relationship and what goes on in your own brain. So you just basically toxified your own self.
Yeah.
You feel?
So damn, somebody knowing that they cheated in the back of their mind, this whole situation just changed because I know.
Right. Cause you
So I'm looking at you like you a dummy. Like I just cheated on you. You don't even know it.
No, I'm just saying it's like, no, I'm not saying like you're a dummy. You could think that too. I'm thinking more like you cheated on your girl. Let's say you go to Colombia, right? With the boys.
Yeah.
You did that before?
None about that.
Let's say you go to Colombia with the boys and you know, whatever. And you, cheat or whatever. And then you come back and now all of a sudden, because you did that, you're going to feel funny about your girl going on a girl's trip, which you would have never did before.
Guilty conscience.
Now your guilty conscience is going to make you feel like, damn, she could be doing that. Well, let me check her it is. Yeah. Because you just put an energy in the air that's going to make you think crazy. Like you change the dynamic of your relationship.
No, for sure.
The best thing in a relationship is sacredness. It's like that. Oh, like for you to be able to feel, he would never do that. You know?
All right, for sure.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. I just learned a lot from that. For real,
for sure.
Because I never thought about if you cheated that you would feel like that. But it makes sense.
Yeah, you know, like say you currently cheating and you dip out every time on your lunch break, you go to holler at some chick, right? And then now you gonna be like, damn, shit, she gone for 30 minutes. Shit, let me go check on her. Let me, you know what I'm saying? So now you're gonna drive your own, because you're gonna be like, if I could do it, she could do it.
That'll make you do that for sure.
Right. I feel it.
I mean, you seem like you strong. You get money, stuff like that. Like, what kind of guys you gonna go after? Like let's say if a guy was to approach you and want to like talk to you, should he make more money than you, or you don't care about stuff like that?
I never cared about stuff like that, but it always ends up being a problem. Not with me, but with them.
Yeah.
So that's why I just feel like somebody needs to have a plan. Like I need somebody that is consistent, that has a plan, that wakes up in the morning, goes to the gym, has a routine. I gotta go to work. I gotta do this. Not somebody who does nothing all day or that's, you have to. You could go after your dream, but you also gotta work. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
Okay.
I mean, I don't feel like.
It's all about having a plan. Doesn't matter about the money.
Rich guys, I don't like them either. Like they be feeling like they don't like me because they want girls that they could control. See, I could pay for my own dinner. I could buy my own whip. You feel me? So that people can't really control me like that. So that don't work for me either. Unless what has
Okay. As long as you got a bag, you got to say so.
Yeah, I just feel like it's not that money is not that important. Important is more like the energy, the integrity, the having a plan, like doing something every day.
So you could date somebody. You could date somebody in a lower status than you.
I have. Yeah, I have.
But did that at any point did it be like a conflict?
It was a conflict. So the last person I dated, he was kind of like that's how I really got in the industry. Because before that, I was just owned a strip club. I was a bondsman. I was known or whatever. But that guy, he was in the industry. But he didn't have a lot of money. He just had a lot of connections. And he would promote me so hard. Like he would be, I was with him for a while. And he'd be like, oh, this B. And he would make a lot of stuff happen for me. And then when I got bigger than him and I started making a lot more money than him, like he kind of felt like I guess maybe inferior. Or I felt like, you know, I didn't make him feel like, and then that's when the problem started. Then he started reaching out to other people, you know, girls, and cheating with people that, you know, my followers and stuff type. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, so, and the reason was, yeah, you know, I don't feel like we could be together no more. I surpassed him, so his male ego. So that's what I'm saying. Like, some men like to be men. So.
Do you agree with that?
I mean, I like men that want to be men. I don't want nobody that I could run all over. You know, I like men that got stuff going on and that take pride in, like, you know, opening your door, pulling out your chair.
So did you treat him at that point, like when you kind of felt like you surpassed him? Did you treat him like, yeah, like?
You know what? I didn't notice, but I just put my career first, and yeah. It was really a hard pill to swallow when he really was I was always leaving him because of the shit that he was doing. And then one day he was like, we can't be together no more. And I was like, you're breaking up with me? He's like, B, he's like, you've surpassed me. Like, I can't, you know. And I was like, damn, I worked so hard to live up to your standards. Like, you were with all these celebrities. You're doing all, you know, not to say who he is. Like, you were and now you're telling me you can't, like, you know, I felt like almost like he pushed me to do all this. And now it's like, no, I just want a regular chick.
So like,
damn.
Now do you feel like he looks at you like what?
No, he still supports me. We're still good friends.
Okay.
I like that he actually was like honest with it. I like honesty.
So, but you would never like revisit that, right?
No, I don't think it would work out.
Because what?
Because I feel like already too much has happened, you know? Sometimes there's a certain point where you can't go back from. So, but that don't mean that the love ain't there, and don't mean that when they need something from me, I help them out, they help me out, we cool.
Still
I'm cool with
consistent.
all my exes. I'm not that type.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah? What's your sign?
Capricorn.
Ooh.
Like, I'm cool with them. Like, I'm not saying like I'm hanging out with them. I'm hanging out with them. But if I see them, I say, what's up? Or like I don't have nobody where I'm like, oh, I'm not talking to them.
I think that's definitely like a Capricorn thing. When you said that. Yeah.
Once I'm over it. It's like, it don't matter no more. I don't even remember what happened. I don't hold grudges.
Yeah. I mean, this was very interesting. I ain't gonna lie. I learned a lot.
Yeah,
you know
for
what
sure.
I'm saying? If you can, you know, just tell them how to find you again on IG.
MissB.TV on IG. That's my main page. Facebook, Miss B's Bell Bonds, Bianca Di Gennaro. If you go to jail, you got to remember my phone number. Remember it, memorize it, because you know what? You can't take your cell phone to jail, and you can't, you know, once you're in the bind, you're not going to remember to write my number down. So you got to remember 305-783-7006.
Okay, and the supplements are what again?
There's I got so much stuff going on. ShopBodyByB.com is the website. And then my course, you go on my Instagram, you can sign up in the link, and you do my webinar every Thursday, and I'll get you hooked up with a course that you're going to learn how to become a bondsman, run a successful agency, and become your own boss. We trying to create bosses out here. We ain't trying to work for nobody no more.
Oh, for sure.
Because your boss is not ever going to pay you enough to be his neighbor.
Oh, that's good.
So somebody that want to, like, quick question, somebody that want to become like a bondsman, do you recommend them to be, like, do you have like a social media platform to do it and like promote themselves, or you just?
Yeah, definitely they should use social media.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I do for my people. Like, so if you don't have a lot of, you know, people don't have large following. So when they're under me, like, I promote my bondsmen. I promote them.
Okay.
Everyone's gonna get business. I'm gonna get my business. People gonna call me anyways, but I promote them. I help them set up their office once they did their 2 years. I help them make money. I write their bonds. I mentor them. I teach them things. You know, they can call me anytime, or like people on my team. So yeah.
All right. For sure.
Okay.
You know, and do what we did.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
right.
This is another episode of Pompano Blueprint Podcast. Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe,
Share.
comment, share. You know what I'm saying? Follow Miss B. You know what I'm saying?
And if y'all
Every
get locked
platform.
up, Y'all know who to call.
Definitely.
Yeah,
It's different.
I got y'all.
Yeah.
Definitely. And we
And if y'all want to change your life, call me. I got y'all too.
Yeah.
Sure. She already said the number.
Papa No Blueprint. You dig? Yes, sir.
And we out.
Yeah.